You can talk amongst yourselves. We're missing a bus.
empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive.
May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive. May I be empty and open to receive the light. May I be empty and open to receive. May I be full and open to receive the light. May I be full and open to receive.
Erev Tov to everyone. Welcome to San Diego and welcome to Beth Israel. It is truly wonderful to have you all here, to host you, to share in this special evening of service and celebration with each and every one of you, our ACC cherished colleagues and friends, and many familiar faces to me personally. I'm Rabbi Jason Navarez, along with Rabbi Cantor Arlene Bernstein and Rabbi Jeremy Gimbel. We share in the serving this beautiful community of Beth Israel. When my family and I moved here from New York 3 years ago to help lead this community, I already knew about the San Diego glorious weather, as you've experienced, and how wonderful this community was. And I also knew how incredibly important music was to us as a congregation, and I was truly grateful because it's so important to me and a rich part of my own rabbinate throughout the past 2 decades. What I walked into, however, was more than I could have imagined. An incredible array of accomplished vocalists and musicians who serve as a life force behind our ritual and spiritual experiences that we strive to create here at Beth Israel. Heidi Gentwerk, Andy Mayer, Bill Greenwald, Corey Briggs, David Weinstein, Jeff Myers, Marla Wingard, those who are helping to lead us this evening, many of whom have been playing together for over 20 years. They comprise our high band. And we are blessed that some of their progeny, too, have gone on to become accomplished musicians in their own right. One of them, Gabriel Mayer, joins us this evening, and many of them come back to join us in musical leadership at services at all points throughout the year. I want to take a moment to personally thank Rabbi Jeremy Gimbel, who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes, along with Cantors Billy Type and Jamie Schwal, and our musicians to make our service experience this evening rich and soulful. And I also want to express my tremendous, tremendous gratitude to Arlene Bernstein, our beloved rabbi and cantor here over 26 years. She is responsible for our entire musical experience here over these 2.5 decades. She sees the potential in the individual, lifts them up, and brings them lovingly and sometimes begrudgingly into our musical family. All of this is in large part due to her thoughtful leadership and knowing that a rising tide lifts all boats. While she is not able to join us physically here this evening as she's recovering from hip replacement surgery, here she is to share a few words with you, her colleagues and friends.
Bruchim Habayim. I'm Rabbi Cantor Arlene Bernstein, and on behalf of my clergy partners, Rabbis Jason Nevarez and Jeremy Gimbel, and myself, I want to thank the Convention Committee for the privilege of hosting the ACC and GTM as we all honor our beloved friend, Cantor K. Greenwald. I wish I could be with you, but I am recovering from surgery. Our Beth Israel Chai Band, all members of our congregation, volunteered to help honor Kay tonight, supporting our drummer, Bill Young Greenwald, coolest drummer in the country, carrying on the tradition of musical excellence in his family. Thanks, Lee and Kay. Kay, for more than 30 years of friendship, I am grateful. We all are. Wishing you good health, long life, and joy in your future.
This year, Arlene celebrates 30 years in the Cantorate, and we honor her and her classmates for reaching this incredible milestone. And this 30-year mark, as she notes, also honors the long and lasting friendship that Arlene and Kay share. And we are so happy that we can honor you, Kay, in your musical home in San Diego. Again, we welcome all of you.
So, we want to honor you, Kay. We're trying to think, what can it be? What could we do?
What do we do?
What should we do to truly show? Wait, I have my, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Goodness gracious. Tracy. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, you hold that.
Okay.
No, yeah, you hold that there, okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
K. Greenwald, find me a shul, somewhere that's warm,
Somewhere that's cool.
voice lessons, healthcare, a kahal that sings. Oh, find me a perfect shul.
K. Greenwald, find me a shul where all my kids can go to great schools.
Bring me a rabbi who sings well and on key,
But doesn't sing louder than me.
Dear Cantor, let them have funding.
With music lines that are fit for a king.
With only one day of yontif and super affordable housing. K. Greenwald, find me a shul. Maybe it has a swimming pool. Help them to see all the wonders I'll bring. Oh, find me the most perfect shul.
Tracy, I found it, a perfect match for you. They're brilliant and warm, but they're in Timbuktu. But it's a great congregation, true. And Cantor, this rabbi's like Moshe Rabbeinu. She also plays the tuba and wants to accompany you. But it's a great congregation, true. K. Greenwald, we love you so. We're grateful to you, more than you'll know. You served our people with honor and grace. So, thank you so much. You've been superb, really a gem, and super cool. You found us the perfect shul.
I think we're ready.
We're ready. B'bakasha, Nala Kum, if you're able, please stand. Do 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 do
Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Do 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 do. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed is this moment now and every now to come. Blessed is the blessed one. Blessed is the giver of blessing. Blessed is this moment now and every now to come. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam.
Forgive
So come to the Shema. You're gonna take a breath. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Try that with us. A man comes up to the great sage, Rabbi Hillel, and says, Rabbi, teach me the entire Torah while I stand on one foot. And Hillel says, Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor as yourself. The rest is commentary. Go and learn it. This is a meditation that we say to ourselves as we wake up each day. We are reminded to love our neighbor as ourselves. But that's actually 2 mitzvot, right? We're told that we should love our neighbor as ourselves, and that first mitzvah is to love yourself. And then from there, you could go forth and love your neighbor. Sing with us. Harini mekabel alai et mitzvat haborei ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Harini mekabel alai et mitzvat haborei ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha.
Standing at the Pacific Ocean is humbling. The ocean is never the same. Waves change, tides change, and so does the earth and the sand around it. Our seas change and evolve by the hour, just like our journeys. But our journeys are held firm by the knowledge and wisdom, calm and strength, by those who have paved the way for us. And in turn, we have the confidence and strength to just do it. Just as our 8 colleagues who surfed on Monday for the first time. Raise your hand if that was one of you. And to jump into the water with faith for the multitude of reasons, or maybe for freedom and for the promised land. If you've brought your guidebook with you this evening, please pull it up, the Mi Chamocha, and join us in singing this beautiful piece by Alan Nablin. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedor b'kodesh, norat tehilot osef eleh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedor b'kodesh, norat tehilot osef eleh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Moshe u'Miriam ze'lianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam le'olam va'ed v'ne'emor kifad Yaakov ugealo miyad chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai gal Yisrael mi chamocha norat tehilot osef eleh ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai.
Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu v'shalom, v'hamidenu
friend, my colleague, my mentor, my teacher, the talented Kay Greenwald. Cantor Kay, come on up. And I invite everyone to please stand for the Amidah. We're going to be taking the Amidah silently after we sing our Adonai Sfatai. If you have a prayer book, you could use the words in the prayer book. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Ufi Yagid Teilatecha. Ufi Yagid Teilatecha.
So here's the thing about this text, which we have already experienced once this evening. This beautiful Torah text. It's not the Torah portion for this week. It's the Torah portion for every week. said to Moses, tell the world the right way to act, the kind way to give, the right way to think about how to live, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy. I am your God. It's not for a reward. It's not the price of heaven. I created you to be like me, to make a better world. And you shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy. I am your God. Kedoshim tihiyu, ki kadosh ani Adonai Elohechem, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy. I am your God, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. Life has a meaning, and God is in this place. The commandment to be holy can be found in your neighbor's face. And you shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy. I am your God, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. You shall be holy. I am your God. I am your God. I am your God.
We turn to our prayer for healing. Whatever that means for you tonight, we invite you to bring that into this space. It matters that you are open to the possibility of some kind of healing. Maybe something that's brought you pain. When I look at my own life and I think about those difficult, stuck places, I know that there is no way to move forward without the willingness to truly open up. As my rabbi, Alexis Burke, has preached, prayer is an act of the heart, and it's reciprocal. And we do this in such a way as leaders and as a community. These are our last moments together, an openness to receive. Will you? I invite you with your open heart to take it in, to take this blessing in for you, this prayer, as a gift, and share it with your communities. We think of Cantor Arlene Bernstein tonight, Cantor of this glorious space, and of course, those who are in your hearts. You may whisper any names. Sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there. I am but a voice, just a cry in the air, but I sing nonetheless. In this pain we share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each other by this tree of life. I am angry and tired of this great divide, but I sing nonetheless with love on our side. Oh, sweet souls who feel broken now, will heal together somewhere, somehow. Time and again we have been let down, but we sing nonetheless, still whole and still proud. Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words heal someone out there. We prepare to conclude. Aleinu, please rise. Turn. Aleinu lishabeach la'adon ha'kol, לתת גאולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה. אין עוד, 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 שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. אין עוד, 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 אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים משחבים ומודים. לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא אין עוד, 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 אין עוד,
A setting for Kaddish. It's called Trough by Judy Brown. There is a trough in waves, a low spot where horizon disappears and only sky and water are your companion. And there we lose our way unless we rest, knowing the wave will bring us to its crest again. There we may drown if we let fear hold us within its grip and shake us side to side and leave us flailing, torn, disoriented. But if we rest there in the trough, in silence, being with the low part of the wave, keeping our energy and noticing the shape of things, the flow, then time alone will bring us to another place where we can see horizon, see the land again, regain our sense of where we are and where we need to swim. If you are in a period of Shiva, I invite you to stand. Those who are observing Shloshim, I invite you to please stand. If you are in a period of Avelut, the year after death, I invite you to stand and join those. If you are observing a yard site today or this week, I invite you to please stand. I'd like to invite everyone to please stand as we join together in the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma tiverach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithale v'yit'alal shemei kudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to all and to all Israel, to which we say Amen.
So again, a couple of thank yous. Thank you to this glorious band. You guys are fantastic. Thank you to Congregation Beth Israel for hosting us this evening. Thank you to Rabbi Jeremy Gimbel, to Heidi Gantwerk for joining us, President and CEO of San Diego Federation. It's such a joy to have your voice here and to join us, to join all these cantors, Randall Schloss, Lori Frank, Donna Azu, Lee Korn, Jamie Spall, Cantor Billy Type, and of course, I just want to thank Lizzie and Lisa for all of your hard work and leading us and guiding us in this process too. Thank you.
For our matchmaker singers, thank you, David. And
Tracy.
Tracy, and thank you also, Randall. It was really sweet. Thank you, Kay. All right.
Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach Haydi Dai 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 B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Haydi Dai 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 Le'et Naso V'chefso Kol Haydi Dai Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Haydi Dai ואחרי כתלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה יאי די 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 אדון עולם אשר מלך היידי די 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 בטרם כל יציר נברא haydi dai 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 in the song that has so cool haydi dai 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 I say melech shemon mikra haydi dai 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 vehu echad ve'in sheni lehamshilo lehachbira beli reshit beli tachlit elahaz ve'ham Yisrael haydi dai 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 Olam Hashem malach haydi dai 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 b'terem kol yitzir nivra haydi dai 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 le'et naso v'chefso kol וצור חבלי ביצרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא יאי די 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 אדון עולם אשר מלך היידי די 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 בטרם כל יציר נברא היידי די 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 le'et naso v'chefso kol haydi dai dai az hamelech shemo mikra haydi dai dai. Bring us home. Adonai li v'lo
scarf, too. Thank you, Billy. All right, and thank you for the beautiful accompaniment. Thank you.
We'd like to invite up Seth Warner.
There is no business that is more important at our annual gathering than the prayers that we have sung this week. Thank you to all of you, and to all of you who have led Tefillot and who have prayed from your heart this week together. There is something really, really beautiful about being able to pray together again. We're going to make a brief shift. Kay, we're going to honor you in a few minutes. And as I was preparing to do that, I was thinking about as your presidency of the ACC was filled with greatness, and it was an honor to serve under you as an officer, you helped inspire us to greatness with volunteerism. And so we're going to take this opportunity to honor the Volunteer of the Year and to bestow that award upon Cantor Farron Rudnick. Farron is a 2013 ordinee of the Debbie Friedman School of Sacred Music. In 2015, she was the co-recipient of the Chicago Federation's annual Samuel A. Goldsmith Award for her work in the field of inclusion. And she has represented us, the ACC, on the Jewish Disabilities Network and works with many organizations locally and nationally to make the Jewish community, not her Jewish community, but our Jewish community, a community of belonging for all people. She is currently a member of Philadelphia's Jewish Disability Inclusion Consortium. In case you don't know Farron very well, I can tell you that she is passionate about creating community for those with different abilities. She is an advocate for those with other abilities and ensures that our ACC participates fully in the annual disability awareness programs that our movement has to offer. She's the co-chair of our Professional Development Committee and an active member of the Program Committee from the convention that we are currently finishing up. She has served in many capacities as a volunteer and now is serving as an ACC Executive Board member. Farron is a fierce champion for education and teaching, and we have been the beneficiaries of her teaching. She has led and challenged our CCPD, Continuing Professional Development Committee, with such care and love, and has brought a sense of inclusionary love to our organization with urgency wrapped in care. Every year, the President's Award for Volunteerism is presented to a member who has demonstrated an outstanding level of service and commitment to the American Conference of Cantors. And this year, it is my honor to bestow that award to Cantor Farron Cates Rudnick. So well deserved. Here's your wonderful plaque you can hang on your wall. In a nice box for you to transport. Thank you. There is a person in this room who brings out the best in us when they bring us together with their organization and their vision and their talent. And it is my pleasure and delight, but also a bit of a surprise, to ask and to thank our beloved COO, Rachel Roth, for her work on this convention and all of the work of the ACC. Rachel, we have some gifts for you after the convention so that you don't have to pack them. And she said it was a good thing she was in the room because she's busy helping make sure that everyone gets fed in a few minutes. Rachel, thank you for all you do for us, for the Cantorate, and especially for those of us who work closely with you. Thank you for your leadership. It is a joy to lead with you.
Thank you.
It is my pleasure now to introduce a couple of distinguished guests who we have with us in the room. It is my pleasure to ask her to rise, Jen Kaufman, the board chair of the URJ. Jen, it is a pleasure to be with you. Thank you. It is an honor to invite my colleague, the president of the Cantors Assembly, Chazan Joanna Delkin, forward to make a few brief remarks.
Erev Tov. So I'm Joanna Dulkin. I'm very moved by tonight. Didn't think I would be verklempt, but here I am. I'm proud to serve as the Cantors Assembly's newest president. This is my first ACC convention. In fact, my first day of my first ACC convention. And even though I just got here, I feel so incredibly welcomed by all of you. So thank you. And I am so looking forward to our shared work together in lifting up our profession. We have a lot of work to do, and it's fun work, and it's good work, and it's hard work. This evening is a full circle moment for me. So let me explain why. I grew up in Palo Alto, California, at Congregation Beth Am, and Kay Greenwald was my teenhood cantor. It was Kay who reached out to me one fall after I came back from a summer song leading at Camp Swig. I'm dating myself. Thank you. One of you.
You're my song leader.
There you go. So Kay asked me if I would be able to come and teach her some of the songs that we sang at camp. And I said to myself, what? Wow, the cantor wants to learn something from me? And this was the beginning of many formative conversations throughout my high school and college years, as I gradually came to face the inevitable truth that everybody else saw before me. I don't know if anyone identifies with that. But you were one of those people that guided me to where I am today. And Kay, I know that this is a full circle moment for you, and I noticed the drummer and the pianist. And tonight, as you're honored by your beloved colleagues, I am honored to be here as well. And I know about your excellence and your dedication to these wonderful, wonderful cantors in your years as Director of Placement for the ACC. And it's no doubt that most of the people in this room have also benefited from your kindness and your wisdom, the way I did all those years ago. May you go from strength to strength, and may you take some time to just be Maybe. May you be blessed with health and long life and continuing nachas at all of your professional and personal achievements. Mazal tov, and thank you.
Okay, why don't you stay up here? Just have a seat right up here, just so that we can admire you, and you don't have to walk so far in a minute. There are going to be some more people who are going to want to hug you. It is my pleasure to welcome Rabbi Alan Berlin, representing the CCAR and our CCAR colleagues, also the partner of our ACC Secretary, Julie. Please welcome him forward now.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here tonight to offer you brief greetings on behalf of the CCAR. Our Chief Executive Hera Person really wanted to be here this week to be with you, and especially tonight to honor Kay, and was unable to get away from New York and sends her greetings and mazel tov from afar. Like many of you, my life has been profoundly touched by Kay Greenwald, this year especially in two very meaningful ways. I started in my position at the CCAR almost exactly a year ago. I'm the Director of Search Services, which used to be the placement director, and now I work in placement together with Rabbi Leora Kay, who's the Director of Search Services. Both of us have really, we've met regularly with Kay throughout the year in collaboration and an effort to build upon what came before us to make each of our organizations and our members stronger. And I've learned a tremendous amount from her on how to do placement and clergy placement and partner sacred congregations and clergy together. And also my wife, Julie, most recently just went through ACC placement this past year. She's about to start a new job this week, and her life was profoundly touched by Kay's wisdom and Kay's guidance throughout the process. And what linked, when I have a front row seat in both of those processes, what stood out to me most about Kay is that she always led with grace, with kindness, with compassion, with love, with a sense of holiness, and her process was always rooted in a true sense of kavod for the communities that she helped, and especially for the Cantors that she helped in the process. So Kay, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you've done for our communities, and for me and my family personally, and I wish you all the best in your next stage, and chazak, chazak. May you go from strength to strength.
Kay, yeah, it's fine. Kay, when I served as secretary under you as president, we had a weekly meeting time. It was on my day off, and I think it was on yours too. And we often took our meetings, I believe, while you were on your either elliptical or treadmill. And come to find out that every week you have a walking partner who is a good friend of yours. We were going to make it a surprise, but we all decided that we hated surprises so much. We invited Vice President of the Union Reform Judaism, Amy Asen, your dear friend and walking partner for many, many years, to bring greetings not just from the URJ, but also from her as your terrific friend.
Thank you for the honor of speaking tonight on behalf of my colleagues and lay partners at the URJ to celebrate my friend, but also my Cantor, Cantor Kay Greenwald. My relationship with Kay started somewhere around 25 years ago when our families were together in our congregation's family education program on Shabbat afternoons. It was during that time, while learning about the Chumash, that our group often sang a theme song that I wrote called Chumash Has Got It All, to the tune of Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. It included the words, Breshit has the mamas and the papas. I'm so glad you're laughing. Shemot has Moses and Miriam. Vayikra makes us holy. Bimidbar has a talking donkey. In Devarim, Moses says goodbye. And no, I'm not singing in front of a room full of cantors. But with that line about the talking donkey and our parsha this week, I should have known that I was destined in that moment to be here tonight. And while I don't want to use this occasion to compare Kay to a talking donkey, I do want to point out that the part of her I most want to honor tonight is that, like our four-legged friend in Bid-Midbar, she consistently stops us in our tracks and redirects us to the right place. Kay has a moral and ethical compass that is constantly in use and always on target. This happens all the time in big and small ways. Kay, of course, has been a tireless advocate on behalf of the members of the ACC for years, whether as a board member, president of the board, or your director of placement. But this advocacy doesn't stop. She cares so deeply for you, for your careers. I cannot tell you how many times she has been able to explain to me in my role at the URJ about an issue that other URJ staff members and I would not have understood through that lens had we hadn't been able to talk to Kay. She's also shared with me so many times, and confidentially, believe me, not sharing who she's talking about, her personal concern for her colleagues in the face of difficult congregational lay leaders. As my colleagues at the URJ pointed out, one of the joys about working with Kay all these years is that while she cares deeply for our cantors, she's also been able to advocate for you while balancing the needs of our congregations and the Jewish people. An example, very early on in the pandemic, she jumped on putting together an ACC task force to create guidelines and recommendations for in-person visits for cantors and congregations going through the search process. She skillfully led the group to complete the work quickly and capably during the pandemic, but also setting an example for the movement. She was not deterred by the amount of extra work it took to make this happen. She knew the right thing to do, and she moved forward. As our chair, Jennifer Brodke-Kaufman, says about Kay, having the chance to work with Kay on the JCPC has been a master class in care, thoughtfulness, and partnership. Her leadership and dedication to Cantors and the entire Reform movement have strengthened us all. Rabbi Rick Jacobs adds, I've enjoyed my close working relationship with Kay. She's a consummate professional who has wisely guided placement with enormous dedication and care. She's earned our deep gratitude and love. Ashrenu, how greatly we have been blessed. On a personal level, we've had so many conversations over the years that have demonstrated Kay's unflinching concern about doing the right thing, especially when the right thing isn't clear, and especially when the right thing isn't easy. Most recently, as she has explored her passion for slowing the impact of climate change, I've come to realize how this moral compass has guided her professional career, personal choices, and her desire to have an impact on the world around her. Also, on a personal note, when I speak to the presidents of our URJ congregations at the URJ Shite Seminar, and I teach them about sacred partnership, and I try to help them understand why leading in a congregation is different, why it's a sacred endeavor. I talk about the fact that when you open up my soul, the voice of my cantor is imprinted in it. And your voice is imprinted in my soul. Kay, we've talked a lot about what you'll do in retirement, how important family is, the climate, cooking, music, and so many other areas where you can share your leadership. I appreciate that you want to take some time before saying yes to anything. And always remember that no is a complete sentence. You should all remember that too. I'm grateful that while the direction and scope of your impact is about to change, I'll still have our Wednesday walks, our Shabbat dinners, and more. And I'm sure you will continue to stop me and others in our tracks. I'm wishing you many blessings.
Kay, you bring a sense of gravitas to the work that you do, the person that you are, and the places that you go. You grew up in the LA area in Southern California, and you attended Pomona College, Eastman School of Music for your master's, and then sang opera in Austria, and were a graduate of the DFSSM ordinee class of 1992. You came to Congregation Beth Am in Los Altos Hills, joined the ACC, became senior cantor. You were an active member of a slew of committees, member of the board, president, Cantor Emerita at your congregation, director of placement, married to Bill. Forgive me, I was looking right at Bill. Married to Lee. Your amazing partner, whom I've had the pleasure of getting to know a little bit. The mother of Bill and your beloved Amanda. And now here we are. You have been our shepherd, our guide, our mentor, our conscience, and now you become even more our Vatika. Looking at your career as a cantor, your partnership with Lee, as a mother, a family member, and a friend, it is clear that Kay expects a lot from herself. She shares her love of excellence with those she loves the most, especially her love of music, which she and Lee share on a regular basis and that we were so honored to hear tonight. To celebrate Kay also means a celebration of the many relationships that she has nurtured over the years. Kay's ability to bring out the good and true in each of us is a gift that she shares so freely. And it is not always easy. From navigating relationships with students and their parents through the bar mitzvah process and the heart-wrenching pastoral care needs of members in your congregation, to our cantorial colleagues in need, to your friendships and your confidants, Kay always brings her very, very best. Kay, you are a compassionate and passionate listener. You are engaged fully in the moment, in every moment you are in. You regularly lift us up with your kindness and your acuity. Kay, we celebrate you, and we revere you, and we love you. Because of this and so much more, it is my honor to bestow upon you the title of Director of Placement Emerita, the American Conference of Cantors in Perpetuity. May you and those you love go from strength to strength to strength as you have brought us from weakness to strength so much. Thank you.
not to talk for too long. Okay. My dearest colleagues, there is so much that I would like to say to you this evening, but most of it is difficult to express in words. You all have made my job a joy. You are smart, thoughtful, talented, dedicated, and creative. You inspire our people, and you empower them to find and build meaning in their lives. You touch people more than you could ever possibly know. I have had the incredible good fortune and deep honor of coming to know so many of you as individuals. We have laughed together and sometimes cried together. No matter what the circumstance, it has been a privilege to partner with you on your career journeys. This moment cannot go by without naming those who have aided and supported me over the last 11 years that I have been Director of Placement. I don't think Rachel's in here. Rachel's here, good. How could the ACC run without you? You keep our staff together and on task. You ensure that we have the tech support and administrative support that we need, and that our salaries are paid on time. More importantly, you are an ally of the Cantorate and a consummate professional. Most importantly, you are a good and dear friend. I will miss our very frequent conversations. Stacy Berliner, you have ably assisted me over these last many years. How you managed to divide your time between the needs of the Department of Placement and the needs of transcontinental music is something of a mystery to me, but you seem to do it with grace and cheer every day. It has been a blessing to partner with you in this sacred work. Deb Greenswag, Laura Majeski, is Laura here, and Jill Colton. It has been a complete honor and pleasure. You are fabulous women, and the ACC could not be what it is without you. Gail Hirschenfang, who is not here this week, deserves a big shout out. Gail's intelligence, yes. Gail's intelligence and fierce support of our membership are legendary. Gail, it was an honor to work closely with you for a decade, and I look forward to many further conversations about entirely different matters in our retirement. Can't wait, my friend. Aaron Frankel. It has been an honor, yes, again. It has been an honor working in tandem with you. You are so intelligent and thoughtful. You are a remarkable woman. And our conference is so fortunate to have you supporting our members in all of the ways that you do. I will miss our frequent conversations. I have had the great good fortune of working with an amazing roster of ACC presidents. Susan Caro, without whom our process toward cantorial ordination would not have happened. That's big. Mark Goldman, who had the vision to acquire transcontinental music. Steve Weiss, who created our warm line and worked with Claire Franco to build Transcon into the asset that it has become. Claire Franco, where is Claire? Who saw us through the pandemic with patience, understanding, and the savvy to keep our businesses going and growing while growing our footprint also in the wider Jewish world. And now Seth Warner, who continues to further our mission and vision with his thoughtfulness, dedication, and commitment to ensure that each ACC member feels fully enfranchised and part of the ACC. How lucky am I? Of course, I came into this role standing on the shoulders of a giant, Barbara Ostfeld. Barbara, I don't know where you are. Great. You created language and documentation for the placement department that are still in use today. In my first years in this role, I relied heavily on your wisdom, insight, and guidance. I could never have done it without you. You are a role model and a pioneer in every way. Mary Thomas. Where's Mary? You are fortunate to be taking on this role. If you don't already know it, you will quickly come to see what an amazing group of people make up the ACC. I know you're going to be terrific in this job, and I look forward to watching you modernize our Department of Career Services and take things to the next level. On a more personal note, Bill and Amanda, I am sure you have no idea how much just thinking of the two of you makes each of my days better. Now that I am retired, I will be visiting every other weekend. Just kidding. But your love and support mean everything to me, and I am so thrilled that you are here this evening. I love you both. And finally, my wonderful husband, Lee. Somehow, my love, you always know the words I need to hear and when I need to hear them. You rejoice with me on the good days, and on those tough ones, you're always ready to listen. The smartest thing I ever did in my life was to marry you. I love you. And I have talked long enough. Thank you all again for this opportunity of a lifetime.
Okay, we're supposed to be honoring you, and yet you are honoring us. Thank you. We have some gifts for you. We have a beautiful glass statue that you can add to the other honors that you have received in your career. We hope that this one will have a place of prominence in your office, in your home. And we know of your love of wine, and so we have purchased a beautiful glass decanter for you that is so that when you decant your wine, you might think of us.
That is beautiful. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to invite up your successor, Cantor Mary Thomas, and our past president, Cantor Claire Franco, who'd like to bestow a brief blessing upon you.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunaka.
May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yis Adonai panav elecha ve'yas
Shalom.
May that countenance of God that shines upon you shine through you, delivering to each of you and those you love and to our world abundant and everlasting shalom. Open up your guidebook, please. Go to the last piece in today's service. We'd like to sing a little something for the two of you.
Okay.
When I called the composer, Laurie Corson, of this beautiful Shehechianu earlier last week, and I said, we'd like to honor Kay with your piece, Laurie, she said, Kay, I love her, and my piece, yes, thank you. Thank you, Kay, and Shehechianu, to you in this moment, and Mary, as you take the mantle. I'm going to sing the first little bit. You're going to sing the Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo, and then we're going to watch very, very closely Jen Rower, who will make sure that we begin and end at approximately the same time. Dr. Mason, if you would, please. Baruch atah Adonai. Eloheinu melech haolam.
And to announce one more transition tonight, we are about to transition to dinner. Join me in the motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim